Have you ever felt abandoned, lonely, or like you just don't fit in? Maybe you've had the experience where everyone seems to disappear the moment you need them the most. But here's the shocking truth. Being alone doesn't make you weak. In fact, it can make you stronger and more resilient than ever before. What if I told you that some of the most successful and powerful people in history spent most of their lives alone? Think of Einstein, Steve Jobs, or even Nikola Tesla. People who didn't just survive their loneliness, they thrived in it. Stick with me, because I'm about to show you how solitude can transform your life in ways you never imagined. 1. Loneliness doesn't mean you're a failure. Midnight to 2:45. You've probably been there. You look at your phone, and there's no one to call. No one is texting you, and you're left sitting in your own thoughts. It feels like a prison. And the worst part? You feel like you've failed because you're alone. But here's the truth. Being alone doesn't mean you failed. It means you're learning to rely on yourself. Think about James, a man who seemed to have it all. Friends, a family, a perfect life. But when life threw him a curveball, those people vanished. Suddenly, the friends who promised to always be there were gone. His wife walked away, and he was left wondering what happened. The truth was, they weren't really there for him. They were there for what they could get from him. Does this sound familiar? For many of us, the people in our lives are there because we're providing something: support, time, or energy. But when that runs out, they leave, and we're left questioning our worth. The good news? You don't need those people to define who you are. 2. The real power lies in solitude. 4:10 to 5:31. The Stoic philosophers, especially Marcus Aurelius, understood this well. He said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, not the number of friends you have." Think about that. You don't need hundreds of friends or constant validation from others to be happy. What you need is inner peace, and that starts with the thoughts you choose to believe about yourself. In times of solitude, when you're stripped of distractions, you uncover your true strength. It's uncomfortable at first, but the silence doesn't have to be your enemy. In fact, it's your teacher. It's in that silence that you'll find resilience, clarity, and the realization that you are enough, just as you are. 3. Stop relying on others for your happiness. 6:57 to 8:16. Here's a shocking idea. Every time you wait for someone else to make you happy, you're actually borrowing happiness. Think about it. When you depend on others for your joy, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Why? Because people will let you down. Friends will drift away, and sometimes, family won't be there when you need them most. Instead, take control of your own happiness. Build it from within. Don't wait for someone else to hand you the tools to succeed. Like the woman who turned her pain into art, you have the ability to build your own foundation of strength, even when the world feels like it's falling apart. The truth is, you don't need anyone to tell you you're good enough. You already are. 4. Loneliness can be your guide. 10:23 to 14:39. What if loneliness isn't a curse? What if it's a compass pointing you toward your true purpose? Instead of avoiding the quiet, embrace it. Solitude is a powerful tool that strips away the distractions and shows you exactly where you need to go in life. You see, many of the world's most successful people didn't get there by relying on the opinions of others. Nikola Tesla spent hours alone, creating revolutionary ideas that changed the world. Steve Jobs often took long silent walks to clear his mind and spark new innovations. These greats didn't run from loneliness, they used it to fuel their genius. So next time you're alone, don't rush to fill the silence with distractions. Let it guide you. In that quiet space, you'll find the answers you've been searching for all along. 5. The trap of seeking approval. 1607 to 1936. Here's the hard truth. You've been chasing the approval of others, and it's time to stop. When you rely on others to make you feel worthy, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because here's the thing, those people don't stay. They leave when things get tough, and you're left wondering what went wrong. Take Steve Jobs, for example. He faced rejection and criticism early in his career, but he didn't crumble. Instead of waiting for people to validate his ideas, he focused on what mattered to him. He built Apple, and when the applause came, he didn't need it anymore. The lesson here is clear. Happiness isn't found outside of you. It's within. Your self-worth doesn't depend on others' opinions. It's time to stop outsourcing your happiness and start building it yourself. 6. Not everyone deserves a seat in your life. 22:23-25:11. Think of your life as a movie. The people around you are the audience. Do you really want to give a front row seat to everyone, especially those who drain your energy? Some people shouldn't even make it past the lobby. You don't have to let everyone in, especially those who bring nothing but negativity. Princess Diana understood this when she was going through public scrutiny and betrayal. Instead of letting everyone's opinions control her, she chose authenticity. She protected her energy, focusing on the people and causes that truly mattered. So ask yourself, who are you giving access to your life? Not everyone deserves a front row seat. Audit your circle and remove the people who drain your energy. Only let those in who will lift you up. 7. Rejection isn't the end. 37:37-40:30. Rejection can feel like a punch to the gut. You try so hard, only to be told no and left wondering what went wrong. But let me tell you, rejection isn't the end of your story, it's the beginning of something bigger. Lady Gaga was rejected by her first record label, but instead of quitting, she used that rejection to fuel her drive. Today, she's a global icon. Rejection doesn't mean you're not good enough. It just means that the world is redirecting you to a better path. Next time you face rejection, don't let it stop you. Use it as fuel to push harder and prove everyone wrong. Rejection is just the universe's way of telling you to recalibrate and keep moving forward. 8. Let go of the past and move forward. 42:02-43:27. Here's the hard truth. The world moves on with or without you. The people who rejected you, the ones who hurt you, they're not stuck in the past. And neither should you be. If you cling to what's already gone, you'll miss the future that's waiting for you. When faced with heartbreak, rejection, or betrayal, you have two choices: stay stuck in the pain or choose to rise. Choose to move forward and create something new. Don't let the past hold you back from the future you deserve. 9. Stay true to yourself. 45:36-48:26. Stop apologizing for being you. Every time you try to change who you are to keep someone around, you're dimming your light. You were born to shine, and you don't need to make excuses for that. People will come into your life, and people will leave. But their departure doesn't diminish your worth. The Stoics understood this. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When the birds leave, the tree doesn't bend to make them stay. You are the tree." Your strength comes from standing firm in who you are, whether others stay or go. Don't apologize for being your authentic self. Own your power.